Alright then, we're up to the Motovlog segment of the game, because this is where all the 600s are, and as we all know, every motovlogger seems to ride some kind of Honda or Yamaha or Kawasaki 600. Which means I should get some nice views on this one, because everyone likes 600s. Because they're easy peasy compared to your good old liter bikes. And they're actually fast compared to like your 125s and your 250s. And your 400s actually. Because there's a... Anyway. The point is, we're doing 600s. We're doing the Dunlop Novice Cup today. We're using a... I'm not going to use a professional's bike just yet. And I'm not going to use a Kawasaki either. I've got plans for all that kind of stuff. So we're just going to use a regular Triumph Daytona. But I do kind of want the Union Jack on the front. Just to be cool. Let's get all my leathers sorted out. I want to be yellow. I want to be the yellow is what I want to be. That's a man that is yellow and shouts a lot. Just in case you didn't know. But now you know. And if you didn't know, well now you know. I had a maths exam today. And after the exam was finished, they said that the science revision sessions afterwards were compulsory. But pretty much everyone just started leaving the school after the exam was done. So I went along with what everyone else was doing. Because apparently peer pressure is real, which I didn't expect, but there you go. So it's 11:45 right now. The exam started at 8 and finished at like 10 or whatever. No, the exam started at 9, not 8. That'd be ridiculous. Anyway, the point is, might have accidentally slightly left school a little bit too early. And I'm not sure who's going to be happy about that, but it's fine. Because my mum, like, prepared for me to come home early. Because that's what we thought was going to happen. So she, like, made me a lunch that I can eat later on. So everything's pretty much fine. Everything's cool. She'll probably be a little bit upset. But I reckon I can explain my way out of this whole situation in a way that makes it seem like a positive for me. So it should be fine. I don't know why I'm talking about current events, because this video isn't going to be uploaded until like I'm 7 weeks into the future. But I'm recording this game because I want to get it over and done with, because like there's a bunch of bike games that I really want to play now. Like oh, Hideo Kojima. Anyway, like don't get me wrong, TT Superbikes is an excellent game. And I could play whatever game whenever. But I kind of want to stick to this whole structure that I've built up for some reason. But I do really want to play Extreme G Racing 3. Because I bought it yesterday, and I was playing it pretty much for the entire evening. Because like, that game is sick. I cannot wait to get onto that game. The new TT Superbikes game might come out. It's not called TT Superbikes, it's called like Isle of Man TT Ride on the Edge or something. There's not a lot of information on that out right now, but it should be out this year, and I'm probably not going to be done with this game for a few months, so that game will probably come out before I'm done with this. And because it's a TT game, chances are I'll get it like pretty soon after it comes out. So that game, I might be playing that game before I get onto Extreme G, but I'm definitely going to play Extreme G at some point. It's like F-Zero, but with bikes. It's rad. And the soundtrack is the best. I forgot my controller doesn't like vibration. Can I turn it off? Yes, I can. Alright, that should keep the controller connected. It'll give me a lot less feel for what's actually going on in the game, but I'll actually be able to play the game. And I fucked that up pretty bad. Jesus. So yeah, there's like 2 bike games I definitely want to play coming out pretty soon. I mean, not one of them's coming out pretty soon, the other one's been out for like 17 years, but that's not the point. The point is, The soundtrack for Extreme G Racing 3 is excellent. The gameplay of Extreme G Racing 3 is excellent. Everything about Extreme G Racing 3 I love. I cannot wait to get on to that game. But as always, Hideo Kojima wins. You know, the Metal Gear Solid guy, that guy. We all know who Hideo Kojima is. I don't need to explain. I'm cautiously optimistic for Isle of Man TT Ride on the Edge that's coming out, because it's been made by Kiloton, who made, I think, WRC 4 and 5, because Milestone lost the WRC license. I think they got it for a little while. Either that or they still have it, and it wasn't that good. Those games weren't that good, but really what I'm worried about is they made the game Motorcycle Club. Does anyone remember that? That game was bad. Really bad. There was a demo for it. Oh, back on my old channel I had when I was like 12. Because like, I've had this Elgato for like 5 years. So I made my first channel when I first got it, right? And I... Actually, no, that would have been my second channel, because I already had a channel going before I had an Elgato, but that was bad. That was really embarrassing and bad, and we're gonna forget all about that one. We made a few videos, but we only actually made one of them, which was just like a slideshow with text telling potential viewers that we needed to buy a microphone first. And I still haven't bought a microphone, so what does that tell you? Anyway, then Jake started re-uploading a bunch of those Tobuscus animated videos in 240p with, I think he did a voiceover, but it was bad. And I think we either deleted that channel or lost it, but I haven't been able to find it. Anyway, my second channel, the first channel that I had on my own, I started making YouTube videos and stuff on games and stuff. I didn't really have that many Xbox 360 games, and I wanted to do a Forza 4 Let's Play, and I don't know why I didn't, because I had the perfect opportunity to at the time, but I just didn't. And since that time, I've lost interest in doing a Forza 4 Let's Play, so I need to beat Hideo Kojima, like, by a lot. Otherwise I'm fucked. Hopefully the sound is fine on this video, because I know for the last few episodes it's been delayed, and that wasn't my fault, that was the Elgato. Because if you notice, it's the game audio that's delayed, not the commentary. And all I control is the commentary, pretty much. So, you know, it's not my fault. Also, if the game would give me better starts, that'd be nice. Because these stages aren't really long enough to make up for it. The Elgato has really been fucking with me. Like, you'll probably have seen it by now, but I haven't quite recorded it yet, but I've got it planned. When I drove for Raven West in that touring car series on Grid Autosport, this would have been a few weeks ago now, you probably won't remember, but I had to, and I'll probably have talked about it in the episode anyway, but I'm going to have to re-record that, because the Elgato fucked me up royally. And it wasn't cool, and it wasn't funny, and it wasn't clever. It was just really autistic from Elgato to do that to me. I can't believe they did it. And got away with it as well. Because I ended up deleting the audio file where I started telling people not to buy Elgato products because they're shit. But I think we should all already know that anyway. Definitely don't get duped by AR-12 when you're about 11, no, when you're 12, into getting an Elgato, because they're not good. There must be better. There has to be better. Do your research before you buy anything that's like that expensive and shit. I don't even get why it's that expensive. There's no reason for an Elgato to be as expensive as it is. It doesn't really seem like it's a very complex bit of machinery, you know? It's not a very difficult bit of kit. I mean, I couldn't make one, but it just doesn't seem like it's that hard. I don't know what the problem is. Maybe they have to get like the license to use the names of a bunch of consoles. I don't know. The point is, all I have to do here is beat Kojima on the Kawasaki, and I win. So that's all that I've got to do. The only problem is down here is Governor's Dip. And Governor's Dip, as we all know, is a little bit difficult to deal with. Up the inside of Kojima, he's lent on me and got me back. I'm going to have to go off his inside. I thought I was going to go around his outside, but then he like slowed up. So I got him through there. Right. Got to keep it on 2 wheels through the slowest section on the course. I used to get lost down here all the time. I used to like take the second exit at the roundabout, or like, yeah, I used to get totally lost. It was bad. And I've hit that sign on the inside a few times. But we survived. We've got to cross the finish line before Kojima gets me in the drag race. Where is he? You bastard! That's autistic as well. Everything is autistic. Everything that doesn't turn out my way is autistic. And that was bullshit at the end there. There's no way a Kawasaki is going to be able to outdrag a Triumph. That would never happen. We're going again. I'm going to skip to the... I'm going to skip the video to the last stage. Well, I managed to not fuck up any of the first 4 stages this time, which means that pretty much wherever I finish in this race, I win the overall. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and win what you might call the overall by winning everything, because domination is the way to do it, as we all know. I should probably have thought of something to talk about while I was sitting there playing this game in silence for a few minutes, but I got nothing. So yeah. I did remember that there is a little bit of gameplay of the new TT game out and about. There's only like 30 seconds of it, and it's recorded from a phone on a screen. So it's like a phone filming a screen. So it's not that great, but the game looks pretty good. And like, you know, if you touch the curbs, you wobble and stuff. Instead of in this game, you can just mount the curbs, no problem. So I mean, while there is like a comparative number of bikes from this game to the new game, there aren't really that many bikes at the TT in real life anyway. And while the new game will have fictional tracks instead of the Southern and Ulster and stuff, that's probably because Milestone have the license to those tracks, and they put them in the Ride games, which I don't have any of, and I kind of want. So, you know, I got to look into getting those, but I haven't seen one of them for sale for ages. Didn't really unlock anything good for winning that overall. And I did remember another thing I wanted to talk about. I got the gold in the masterclass for every kind of bike, including the sidecars, which I'm pretty pumped to get to. Except for the 1000cc's, because this challenge here is literally impossible. There is no way to do it. So don't even try. Anyway, next week, 1100 for 600. The 1600, as it were.